Āūṁ Ganādipataye Namah. Namaste, and welcome to a new beginning. This series will take up where we left off in our previous work. And it begins with an homage to Vinayaka, Ganesh, Ganādipata. Ganādipata means Gana, the alphabet, letters. And Adi means the rest of grammar, syntax, ontology, and so on. And Pata means protector. So Vinayaka, Ganesh, is the protector of all letters, literature, writing, and so on. You'll see on his form, he has one tusk broken. Why? He broke the tusk to write the Mahabharata. Vyasa was dictating, and Ganapati was writing everything down, transcribing it. So he was the first, or the best, supreme writer. And because he is the offspring of Shiva and Shakti, the son, son of God, he is the Āūṁ, because everything starts and ends with Āūṁ. And of course, we described Āūṁ in our previous series on Gayatri. The form of Ganesh is the personification of Āūṁ. So any Vedic work always begins and ends with Āūṁ. Therefore, in order to invoke auspiciousness, we put the symbol, a kind of thing looking like a 2, and the mantra, Ganādipataye Namah, at the very beginning. And this gives good fortune and effectiveness to our work. After all, speaking is a form of writing. Just like Vyasadeva, he didn't write down Mahabharata, he spoke it. And Ganapati wrote it down using his tusk as a pen. We hope for an auspicious beginning to our new series. And what is this? A new beginning. Well, the Vedas are broadly divided into two categories of information. Karma-kanda, dealing with action, and upāsana-kaṇḍa, dealing with meditation and enlightenment. Sometimes upāsana-kaṇḍa is called jnāna-kaṇḍa. So karma deals with action, and jnana deals with knowledge or realization. So in that way, there is duality and there is non-duality, Veda and Vedanta. So in our work on this channel over the last 5 years, beginning with Being in the World series, we documented our path, our personal experiences with the upāsana-kaṇḍa, jnana-kaṇḍa, rāja-yoga and jnana-yoga. But that was only, the icing on the cake. Previous to that, for many years, actually since the age of 3, I was looking for a guru, and I finally found him at age 24. At age 27, I became his disciple. And then I served him very faithfully up until about 2012. So for 40 years, basically, I served my guru in the karma-kanda, karma and Bhakti-yoga, because the two are very closely interrelated. You can't really separate them. I performed Vedic rituals, chanted mantras, distributed sanctified food, prasadam, did temple worship, so many rituals, and so much other seva, and studied the Vedas, and so on. And this was the background, this was the foundation, that when I finally did begin the jnana-kaṇḍa, I got very quick results. So I want to pass on this knowledge as well. In other words, the knowledge of jnana, raja-yoga and jnana-yoga, meditation basically, is not sufficient to give enlightenment. Let's correct this misunderstanding right away. Because we see here in India many thousands of Westerners coming here, and they want to approach teachers like Ramana Maharshi and Nisargadatta Maharaj and so on, who are teaching only jnana. And they're expecting to get results, but they don't. They fail. And they have to go back home without experiencing enlightenment. So why are they failing? I've been looking into this actually for a long time, and I finally reached substantial conclusions just a few days ago as a result of meeting a new teacher, making contact with a living esoteric school that comprises all the Vedic knowledge, both the karma-kanda and the upāsana-kaṇḍa, jnana-kaṇḍa. And what is this understanding? It is that without a proper background, without a proper foundation, karma-yoga and bhakti-yoga, that jnana-yoga meditation will not give results. You can use the example of a ticket. If I want to go someplace, take a train or plane, I have to purchase a ticket. I can't ride without one. I won't go anywhere. I'll get kicked off. So, jnana requires a ticket. You can't just jump into jnana yoga. You have to purchase your ticket. And what is that ticket? It's enough good karma, shubha karma, as the Buddha would call it, to bring you to the actual result. Because when you're meditating, you can't have any concerns with the world. You can't have any big problems. If you do, they will distract your mind. You won't be able to focus, and you won't be able to meditate really at all. But to speak of get the highest result from that meditation. So before one embarks on the study of jnana, before one begins the path of meditation, one must have cleared so much bad karma. And how do we do that? By performance of good karma. What does that mean? Recitation of mantras, study of the Vedas, performance of puja, ritual worship, distribution of foodstuffs and other charity. It means educating oneself and anyone who one is responsible for, like family, children, friends, and so on, in these truths, these Vedic truths, and applying them in one's life to the point where all the major problems of life are solved. One has enough money, one has a good place to live, one has harmonious relationships with all one's friends, and so on. There's no political problems, there's no financial problems, no personal problems, family problems, all solved. So this is why the Vedas recommend at a certain age that one should leave the family life and go to the forest. That the kids are grown up, they've gone off to school, maybe they've already graduated and they're married and working, and so you don't have to be so concerned with kids anymore. And the house is paid off, all bills are taken care of, the financial base is there. And you can just walk away from it, leave it, and go to the forest, which means living very simply in a holy place for meditation. Now, obviously, if you're walking away from a mess, if there are still major problems to be solved, then you're not going to be free to devote your entire attention to meditation. What does that mean? You still have bad karma. You have to clear that karma, and the way to clear the karma is to perform Bhakti-yoga and karma-yoga. So in this series, we're going to be going over these great Vedic arts, really the foundation of human civilization. And we're going to be studying and actually doing these rituals, showing you how to do also, and describing the philosophy behind it, and why we should do it, and what the results are, and so on. Because before you can benefit from the final 1% of the instructions of the Vedas, the upāsana-kaṇḍa, jnana-kaṇḍa, you have to perform the other 99%, the karma-yoga and bhakti-yoga, karma-kanda. If you don't, then these unresolved problems will pull you back, and you will not be able to complete your meditation. I've seen it so many times. I love to tell this story. When I was in Thailand, I met a psychiatrist from New York, a rather famous guy. He's written a couple of books. You might not know the name, but if you were in the field, you would. Anyway, every summer during the rainy season, for 25 years, he came to meditate in this certain very famous temple, a temple of a very powerful teacher. And so I met him there, and he told me this, and I said, wow, 25 years. I was just starting out my study of Buddhism. And I didn't realize at that time how degenerate it had become. And anyway, I was oohing and aahing over this 25 years of meditation. You must have got some really amazing realizations. At least you must be a stream entry. At least you must have the first path realization. And he said, no, actually, I'm still working on my childhood emotional traumas. 25 years, and he's still thinking about his past, trying to resolve according to his Freudian psychological theories. He's not a Buddhist at all. He's just sitting there, externally appearing to meditate, but within, his mind is dragging through the mud. Same old mud puddle he's dragged through 1,000 times or more. He's not getting any place. So why is this? He has not resolved his past. We have to perform karma-yoga, and that will give us the qualification to be successful in meditation. Āūṁ Tat Sat. Āūṁ Harihi Āūṁ.